the 10 mistakes I see leaders make with their assistants and the simple fixes that can unlock freedom. Hi, I'm Tricia Sciortino, the CEO of BELAY, a 9-figure fully remote company built on the power of delegation. I've worked with thousands of leaders and I see the same patterns over and over again. The truth? It's not your assistant, it's your approach. So if you've ever thought delegation just doesn't work for me, this is for you. Here are the 10 delegation mistakes leaders make and how to fix them. Mistake number 1, no weekly one-on-ones. If you're meeting weekly, you're winging it. And winging it is not a strategy for success. The fix? Treat this like your most important meeting. Align, recalibrate, and remove roadblocks for your executive assistant. I do. There were seasons when work felt too busy to have a weekly one-on-one with my executive assistant. Man, was I wrong. The things that fell through the gaps, the opportunities for miscommunication, and the opportunity to not capture the most important priorities for the week was completely lost because I decided to give up a 30-minute meeting on a Monday morning. I've very much learned from that mistake and treat it as the most important thing I do. The truth is, your assistant needs you to guide their priorities for that week. How will they do that if they can't just check with you at the top of the week? And by the way, it gives you so much clarity as to what they're going to work on that week for you. And you can have the peace of mind knowing the things that are in their bucket, the tasks they're handling, because you can take them off of your to-do list for the week. That is the goal after all. Mistake number 2, vague instructions like handle this. That's not delegation. It is literally a setup for rework and a whole lot of frustration. What is the fix? Define what done and success looks like before you completely hand it over. So delegation isn't just about, hey, build me a spreadsheet. Delegation looks like, hi, I need a spreadsheet. I need it by tomorrow. I want the font to be size 10. I want you to use this template, and I need it by 3 p.m. That is delegation. Don't be vague. What happens when you're vague is people assume priorities. They might assume you needed the spreadsheet maybe on Friday, but you wanted it Tuesday. Maybe they thought they could use pink font and you wanted black. Don't leave room for vague error. Just say exactly what it is you need and when you need it by. Mistake number 3, being the bottleneck. You hold the approvals. You hold the decisions. You hold them back when you don't give them either of those things. The fix is you have got to be very clear and give them autonomy and stop being the holdup. So what that means for me is be committed to be accessible. Let them ping you any time of day to get clarity on some task you've asked them to do so that they can go complete the task. So you can't ask for them to accomplish something for you, not be clear, then they need you to clarify something and you're unavailable for 24 hours. Then you're upset it didn't get done. But the truth is, it didn't get done because you weren't available. Mistake number 4, no rules for inbox or calendar. The Wild West of inbox and calendar is not success. If every email and invite still has to go through you, you don't have help, you have duplication, you have a mess. The fix is you have to set rules and regulations and guidelines and SOPs for your inbox and for your calendar. What will they answer in your inbox? What will you answer in your inbox? Who's going to touch it first? Who's not touching anything? What will they flag? What will they folder? What won't you touch at all? What will they protect on your calendar? What can they schedule and what shouldn't they schedule? The truth is, you've got to create a SOP that works for you, but then you actually have to follow it. You have to follow it. Mistake number 5, delegating tasks, not ownership. You assign steps, but you never hand over the complete outcome. The fix to this, let them own the process fully. Like your travel, like your inbox, or like your meetings. Let them own the complete process. So for example, if you have a travel plan that you want to make, and I've made this mistake so many times before, I say, okay, I have to travel to New York for a board meeting. Can you just book airfare for me? And she will book airfare. But guys, what about everything else? Let them own the entire thing. What about ground transportation? What about the agenda for the meeting that you're traveling to? What about airport parking? What about how you're going to get from point A to point B? What about what hotel are you staying at? Where's the location in proximity to the meeting? So when I say let them own the entire process, I mean soup to nuts, the entire thing. Let them own it. Because what happens is you'll get stuck in an airport without a ride, guys. Mistake number 6, ignoring personal support. Leaders forget time saved at home is just as valuable as time saved at work. The fix for this? Delegate both. Delegate your personal life and your professional life. Your EA can do so many things like errands for you, book reservations, help with travel planning, gifting, logistics for family, date night reservations, Christmas shopping. Let your EA help you and fix that part of your life. They are supporting you as a whole person, and that part is as equally as important. Mistake number 7, explaining everything over and over. If you keep repeating yourself, that's not leadership, it's poor systems. Your systems are broken if you keep finding mistakes. The fix to this? Build proper SOPs. Write it down, explain it, create a video, step-by-step instructions, give it feedback, and delegate it one time, and you will scale this task forever. Mistake number 8, defaulting to text. Long emails and instructions slow everybody down, and the truth is you lose a lot of context. The fix for this? Use Loom or voice memos. They're fast, they're clear, and they're human. The truth is context matters. If you're trying to run a relationship with your executive assistant, all you're doing is emailing back and forth and texting back and forth, you lose the opportunity to give context, to give praise, and to build a relationship. So voice memo, video clips, highly recommended for very effective communication. Don't make the mistake of relying on text alone. Mistake number 9, letting the calendar win. If your week is just everyone else's priorities, you're never going to be able to do CEO level work. The fix, protect your ideal work week. This is probably one of the most important things I could not more highly accentuate for you listening to this video. Your calendar is a reflection of your time and your priorities. Your EA defending those things for you is their utmost priority. So create an ideal work week. Decide how you will spend your time. For some people, that's themed days. For some people, that's color coding. For some people, that's start times and end times and gaps in between important things. Sometimes that's calendaring strategy, making sure it gets on the calendar so it doesn't get lost. Sometimes it's them saying no to things you and them both know are not the best use of your time. Don't get sucked into the mistake of letting your calendar go wild. Mistake number 10, never reviewing the setup. Delegation isn't a set it and forget it process. The fix is you got to audit yourself every 90 days. You have to take the time to sit back and look at what is on my plate. What are you spending your time on? What are you still managing? What are you still holding on to? Then think about reassigning work, leveling up, and repeating this every 90 days. Most leaders don't struggle because they lack help. They struggle because they've never learned how to lead with help. Avoid these mistakes, apply the fixes, and watch your assistant become your biggest force multiplier. And if you're ready to build a delegation system that actually sticks, grab the playbook in the description. Stop managing tasks, start leading with freedom.